Hello, this is Linda from tortagialla.com, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different. If you are familiar, Hobonichi is a brand of planner that a lot of people are very much into, including myself. And during the month of August, they actually have a whole month sort of previewing all of the new planners that they will be releasing and the covers, and they go into a lot of detail into the story of each design of the covers, and there's just this whole preview party, and I've definitely been following, and I wanted to do just a little bit of a review and sort of scroll through with you so that I could chat about all my thoughts about the new releases in attempts to figure out what it is I'm going to go with for 2023. So I'm at the site right now, and the Hobonichi brand is under 1101.com. And you can see here it says Hobonichi Techo 2023 preview party, and the sales don't start until September 1st, but in the month of August, pretty much every year they go through this whole preview party of showing things, and they have this whole site, and of course they also have the English version besides Japanese. So I'm going through the English version here, and you can see it says welcome and Come on in to the reveal party for Hobonichi Techo 2023. In addition to the new lineup for the year, we've got some exciting news and the Hobonichi Techo books and accessories. And obviously you can go to the website and check everything out in detail. But I have been following on a daily basis, where basically the 1st of August, they released a interview with the creator of this whole brand and company, and it's actually a very interesting read if you go in and read the interview. He talks a lot about his motivations behind just the philosophy behind this planner. Sometimes it seems pretty mundane that it's just a planner, right? But the story behind it is very different. And so if you go through, I remember I was reading this article, and I definitely what it says here. We've always had the word productivity. It originally meant the power to produce something, but now it just means don't mess around or whatever, just do your best to get more done. And that really hit me too, because I think sometimes we are very much we beat ourselves up because we want to be productive, right? And that usually means pushing yourself to the limit, because you want to optimize and always do more. Whereas the original, meaning, that's not what it meant. It just mean to the power to produce something. It's almost like when people say you're a creative, a lot of people tack on a lot of other meanings to that word to be oh, it must mean you're artistic or you've got to be really good or something like that. But really, it just means you're creating something, and we are all capable of that. So if you go in, definitely I would recommend reading this article. There were a lot of interesting points, and I just really like his point of view. And I was joking around with a lot of sort of online friends about how Hobonichi really knows how to do their marketing, right? Because they really hype up all the products a month before, so that you're really looking forward to all the new releases. So that was day one with the interview, and on the second day they sort of give you a primer of what is this Techo. It means planner in Japanese, and how to choose one that you would want if you're sort of starting from zero, if you don't know about the brand. But I know many of us are already very much into it. And they announced that the Han, I think, is now in production, meaning this year they just have been introducing that they're going to be creating this planner also with a hard cover. And from my understanding, that's what I think is different about this version, because normally the Hobonichi comes in sort of a cardstock kind of cover, and usually people use their preferred leather cover or like pretty Hobonichi like artsy cover, or some other kind of protection over, just the regular paper cover of this planner. So it seems like they're making, a hardcover version that is almost like, it looks like a hardcover book, but like a really nicely bound one. So maybe they're doing that for people who want to use it without any other type of cover. So that is the impression that I got when I read a little bit about, the introduction of this version. I'm not going to be getting that. I'm not really interested in that at all. I like all the colorful, illustrated, designed type of covers. So that's that. And of course, they go through information on how to choose, like what cover you would want. And they are also continuing with a 5-year Techo. I'm sure you've seen a lot of like one-line diaries or 1 year, 3-year, 5-year type of journals out there, and you can buy really inexpensive ones on Amazon. And but Hobonichi has a version that is the 5-year Techo, where basically on each page you have a little bit of space to write for 1 year, and then it has like the other 4 years under it. So the whole point is that you would take 5 years to finish up this entire journal, but every year you're adding in a new entry on that same day, and you can sort of read back what you wrote the previous years. And from what I've heard, everyone is always very much into this idea, but not everyone is able to keep up with it. So it's definitely a commitment. I've actually decided to do something different next year, also because I'm like a stickler about starting on like the proper year, because it's a 5-year journal. I didn't want to start on like some random year, which really doesn't make any sense. I mean, obviously you can start any year that you want. And the Hobonichi 5-year journals are the ones that are dated. So if you buy the 2023, like if you buy it now, I think the old version is still available, so you can buy 2022, like it's predated with 2022, 23, 24, 25, 26. And if you buy the new one this coming year, it would be predated starting with 2023, and then 24, 25, 26, 27. So the Hobonichi ones are actually dated, whereas many of the other ones that you see, they're undated. So they have like each day of the year, but then the year is not noted. You have to write it in yourself. And so that's like a difference. But as I was saying, I've always liked the idea, but I know that it's a big commitment, so I've never gotten one. And now I sort of want to join in on it, but because I'm not landing on like an even like decade or whatever, like I was like, oh, I'll just wait until like 2025 or something like that to sort of like round it out. But then I realized that maybe I don't want a Hobonichi. So I'm actually going to go with the Midori brand. So I'll create another video about that and talk about that more in detail. And then Hobonichi store exclusive. So if you buy directly from the Hobonichi store, you actually get some like extra goodies. Usually it's like a pen or something. I think this year there is a Uniball like multicolor Jetstream pen, and usually they give you one of those, but it's each year it's like exclusive specific colors, made for the Hobonichi store. And I think also like a tote bag or something like that, but that is only if you order direct from Hobonichi in Japan. And I am located in Italy, and just with all the changes of everything, like I pretty much only order from the European Union. It just makes it so much easier in terms of like the time amount, like the time it takes to actually reach me, because I live in a small town in Italy, and also for the VAT, sort of like customs kind of fees, because when something comes from someone like outside of the EU, I don't know, I don't understand it, even though I've tried to read up on like what it's supposed to be. But obviously you're going to be paying customs fees, but it just seems so random. Like I never know what I'm gonna pay, no matter like what is reported on the package of like what is worth of the package. I just don't like not knowing beforehand. It's not that I wouldn't pay more whatever taxes or fees that it requires. I just like to know before. I would rather pay everything before than not know. I always dislike it. So I don't know. Right now, I'm just going to make it simple on myself. Like, I pretty much only order from EU stores. So obviously all of this like exclusive stuff doesn't really apply to me because I will be ordering from a local shop in Italy, and there really is only like one place that carries Hobonichi, so I'm gonna be ordering from them. So the changes coming to Hobonichi Techo 2023 books. I actually did read about this, but I don't know why. I don't even remember exactly what is changing. And I guess, oh, okay, I do remember this. They did note about, obviously, like each year, usually they have like a really special release. And I was looking at the picture up here. It's the One Piece manga. So they're doing like a whole collection that is based on that. But the big deal is that Hobonichi obviously is a Japanese brand, so the planner has always been in Japanese. And the thing is, it still became sort of like an international, phenomenon. Like people would use it all over the world, but even if they didn't understand the Japanese and couldn't read like the quotes that are in Japanese at the bottom of the planner. Then they did create an international version that was in English, only A6 size, and I've used that before for personal journaling, but the grid is a little bit different, the colors are a little bit different. Like they tried to make it for the international audience. So that was the only other like option they had, and it was only in the small size. This year they finally said that they are going to release the regular Hobonichi A5 cousin that basically has monthlies, weeklies, and dailies all in one book. They're going to release the exact same thing, but in English, which is perfect. Like, this was good news to me because that is what I wanted, and I wanted it in English because then I can read the quotes rather than like a lot of people. I mean, I know you can translate it and, try to figure out what it's saying, but it's never going to be, the same if you don't speak Japanese or read Japanese. And most people just cover it up with like washi and stuff, which is sort of sad, like wasteful. And now that it is going to be in English, you get like the same grid size and like the, monthly, weekly, daily pages, everything in one book in English. So I'm super excited. And definitely this is the version that I'm buying. And it seems like this English edition is only coming in this year-long version. It is not coming in the other version where this A5 size planner also comes in the avec version, which is basically January to June in one book and then July and December in another book. It splits it up. And a lot of people who use this planner for like collage and art journaling and creative journaling buy that version because they bulk up their planner so much. They want it separated 6 months, 6 months because it'll go crazy. And that has happened to me as well. But I don't know. I'm just a stickler. I like it being all in one book. And I think I just need to be more cognizant of like what exactly I'm sticking in there. And I think it's naturally happening to me anyway, where I'm not collecting, the same things to put into my journal. So I'm hoping that in 2023 it will not cause a problem and I will be able to fit a whole year in one book, which is what I want. And then they announced not only is the English version in the cousin, also for this special weeks, which is like a weekly planner in this size, and it has a special cover. And they also announced, again, the One Piece collection, where it's like a whole collection based around this manga and like special, variations. See how it has like panels of the comics in it. And then they also announced that there is a change with the Japanese language quotes. It will be everyday life with information such as foods and seasons. So they're obviously changing what they're adding to this version, but obviously this is the Japanese language quotes. And then they also said that illustrations by 100. So every year, the day free version of the Hobonichi, and day free basically just means it's the version of the planner that has only months and then all grid pages, numbered grid pages. So it gives you the flexibility. It's like a month only planner. And they have it in A5 and in A6. And every year, basically, a different artist illustrates all the little illustrations in the corner so that when you flip it, it's like a flip book. And actually, I don't know if they've done this since like the beginning of, the existence of Hobonichi, but since I've known about it, they've always had this. And every year it's a different, artist that does that. So it's really cute. And then they said they've renewed the bonus pages. So at the end of the Hobonichi, there's these extra pages of the planner besides the monthly. Actually, they have like yearly overview pages as well. And then the monthlies, and then the weeklies, then the dailies. Then at the end, there's like some extra note pages and special pages like your top 100 list or informational pages. And these were always in Japanese. So like I didn't really pay much attention to them, and I know a lot of people just cover them up or use them for different purposes, but there is one about like 100 of your favorite things, and it seems like now they've changed it, so it's going to be different. And I guess it's different per if you're buying the Japanese version versus the English version, so we'll see how this works out because this is new. And then new daily quotes for the Hobonichi 5 years. So again, the 5-year looks like this, see? Where it's like for June 6th, the first year you would only write here, then the second year here, third year here. So they're renewing the quotes is what they're, but this is, obviously there's no English version, it's only Japanese. And then they are also introducing paper packaging instead of plastic, because it was very plastic heavy, I think a lot of products, right, in general. So they're switching, which is great. I think that is fantastic, to sort of move towards just more eco packaging options than, relying so much on plastic, even though we don't want, our stuff to be damaged and things like that. But, we've got to move towards trying to make a difference, and then starting on August 8th, they basically did a preview of many different covers. So the Hobonichi planner, as you saw, was just like a cardstock kind of thing, and then most people get a cover and they put it in that cover to use it before they archive it for the next year. So it's interesting because technically these covers are reusable, right? So you really don't need to buy one every single year, but because the designs change every single year, I feel like so many people just buy new covers as part of like their planner. It's just part of the fun of it. So as you can see, each day they reviewed a different one and just sort of showed like a sneak peek. And of course, you can go to this website and look in detail yourself. So there's the One Piece manga one, which I know of this manga and anime, but it's not like my favorite or anything like that, so I'm not really super interested in it. This is a painting by an artist, I believe, and it definitely looks like something that would be really cool, especially if you decide to do like a theme journal, like a museum going journal or something. And so it would go in theme. But it was funny because people started making memes about this because on I don't remember if it was on the backside or on one of like the pencil boards or something. It has like a tiger with these like freaky looking eyes, and everyone was just like, oh my god, that's so in your face. That here, it's on a pencil board. It's like so in your face that it's a bit freaky. So people were joking around about that. This is another design that I seriously considered getting this one. But the inside, so the covers, the outside is a certain design, and then the inside is like a matching sort of coordinating color. The inside is green, and I'm like not sure if I will like that green because obviously that is what you will see more often than not, right? Because you're going to have your planner open and using it. So I'm not sure, but this is like heavy consideration for me personally. Then there is some like textile based ones, and these are like painting, but like textile-ish kind of cover texture. And then this one is, I think, like a children's book, which I don't actually know anything about it, so it didn't really speak to me specifically. And then there's Mothers, like a video game, and they actually had this last year as well, and this year is like different graphics. And again, I don't know the game, so like it doesn't it's not something that appeals to me. Mina Perhonen is like a famous designer of textiles, and they seem to release this like different designs every year as well. Again, I think it's pretty, but like I don't love it enough to like be like, that's the thing I want. And here is another artist with like a very minimalistic sort of inky drawing type. This one looks very like vintagey, stampy type of style. Then this one is like full on leather, right? So much more sophisticated. Like some people might think it's plain, but a different style. And then they have the Aristocats. It's actually, I think, the Dalmatians, like a guy version, and then also the Aristocats, because these are all just like sneak peeks, so they haven't really showed you like all the options necessarily. I think the full lineup is coming later, so they're really just like teasing you. But as you can see, there's like, the thing I like is that they sort of have something for everyone. They don't shy away from like doing different styles and exploring different options to sort of give people, like, if you're into cute stuff, you might like this. If you want something, more professional and like work version, you might like this. Like, it's just, you've got the variety. So it's sort of like something for everyone, is what I think, which I think is really cool. And then after these like sort of cover sneak peeks, they've gone into different topics to sort of tell you, like on August 25th, they're actually going to reveal all the covers and go through the whole lineup. And there are physical, obviously, exhibitions of this in Japan. But if you're not in Japan, they are doing an Instagram live on August 27th. And I think that there's a Japanese version and there's like an English broadcast. So you can definitely, virtually like go watch and figure out like, okay, which cover do I really want? And it's definitely different when you even if it's video, but they're going to be like handling it and showing the cover, so you can get a better idea of like what you like. And then they also review like the extra accessories and other things that they sell, because it's not just the planners, it's not just the covers. Usually they also have like other stationery accessories, bags, sticky notes, stencils, like all things related that will help you use like your Hobonichi. And they reveal all of that kind of stuff. And then they also talk about Tomoe River paper. So if you didn't already know, Hobonichi the planner uses Tomoe River paper, which is renowned for being fountain pen friendly and extremely thin. That's why you can fit like a whole year's worth in like one book, right? And there's this controversy about the fact that they're changing this paper type. And so they have revealed that this coming year in 2023, they are not totally changing it. It's going to be the same as what it has been all this time, but they, I think, are giving you samples, because in 2024 it is changing. And I don't really know exactly what they're changing. It's still Tomoe River paper, but something is changing in terms of the formulation and everything that they're doing. So that is what's happening. And there are some people who are looking forward to it because they think, it will only be improved or something. And some people are like, no, don't change it. We don't want you to change anything about the paper, because they love it. So we will see. And then, so I'm recording this on the 23rd. So we've got up to this point, and then here it says there's going to be official guidebook sales beginning in bookstores on August 25th. So they're just going to give you more information. And then if you follow them, obviously on 8/25, the official website is going to be up, and you can look through the entire lineup and everything, and sort of, you have like, 5+ days to like figure out what it is you actually want. And again, they're still going to talk about special things, because every year they usually also have like special collaborations. And again, this only applies if you're in Japan, right? Because if you're in Japan, you can go to this chain of stationery store, and they will have like a special version, meaning the covers, like the illustrations, the artists, that will only be sold here. So you can only get it if you're in Japan, or if you know someone and they buy it and like send it to you. And of course, they're going to go through more like accessories that they have, and then more informational things on like how to choose, your Techo. But so the cool thing about these like reveals of the covers is that they really go into the story behind like why and how, and just behind the scenes like of the design and things like that. So it really gets you thinking about like, do you really want that cover? What does it mean to you? Does it click? That kind of thing. And like I said, I just feel like they do really good marketing to get you really interested in like which one it is that you want. So I'm definitely looking forward to the reveal. I think I would be watching on Instagram Live so that I can sort of like see. And I know some YouTubers that are on the YouTubers that are in Japan, they can like go in person and go record like vlog and really show off like the covers also, so you can get more of an idea what it's like. Of course, I am not ordering direct from the website, so I'm not going to have access to everything. I only can buy whatever our retailer here in Italy is going to have available, right? Which they've said they're going to have most things. They've been posting about it, so I order from Stilo e Stile .it. It's like a store in Rome that has fountain pens, and they have Hobonichi every year and Traveler's Company. So it's basically like the place where I get all my stationery stuffs. And so they've said they're going to have most things, just obviously not the Japan exclusive or, that kind of stuff. So I am definitely looking forward to that as well, because they also said they will show what they're going to sell on August 25th, but obviously you cannot actually purchase until September 1st. And there are some special things, like I think the One Piece and like the hardcover Han version. I don't know if you can buy it or if they're just going to ship it later, because it's not like available September 1st. It's going to take a while. But yeah, I'm totally looking forward to it. And by the way, on August 25th, if you listen to the Stationery Cafe, which is a podcast about stationery run by Penguins Creative, Miss Kelly, and like a couple folks, basically you can find them on Instagram, and they also have a Discord server. So they are going to start a live event on August 25 and sort of like go through as a group together the whole lineup and like to chit chat about it. So if you want to talk to people about Hobonichi and just sort of chit chat about stationery and figure out which one like you might be wanting to order and what you should get, definitely come join like the Discord and hop on in there. I would love to know what cover like you are eyeing, what version you are deciding to buy, if you're going to buy an A5 or an A6, or the 5-year journal, and what you are actually using them for. Because I know that even though it is a planner, and obviously some people use it for planning, tasks, schedules, appointments, but a lot of people use it for creative journaling, art journaling, for different purposes as well. So I'm really interested always to know what people are eyeing and what they're going to buy and what they're using it for. And I know some people who definitely buy multiple Hobonichis because they're using different ones for different purposes, different sizes, and things like that. So definitely share in the comments if you have thoughts on that. And I will definitely be watching on IG Live when they present, their stream. And I will also be participating in the Stationery Cafe one so that I can listen to what everyone is talking about and chit chat about that. And of course, Hobonichi is on Instagram, so you can follow the global Hobonichi account, which is in English. And so they also have revealed a bunch of like more covers that are coming out. They sort of like trickle out stuff. So I think every day they're just going to have more stuff that they're going to show. So you can see there's like other covers that are coming out, because the other ones were just sneak peeks and now they're like more coming out. So you can see there's these, and I really love this one. It's so pretty, but someone just told me that this is the A6 size. So if you buy the A5 size, it's actually not purple themed flowers, it's blue, which is like not my thing. It's an A5. So now I'm like sort of torn. I don't know, but obviously the whole lineup hasn't been released yet, so we have yet to decide what it is, we're gonna get in the end. And there's also the Japanese, like, official Hobonichi account. And this one is in Japanese, but when you're scrolling on Instagram, you can click like the C translation, so you can sort of like see, what they're talking about. But here they talk about everything, like not just the Techo, everything related to the company and what's going on. So if you're interested, you could follow, that too. And you can see like they have different pictures and things like that. Very lifestyle. I would say that they're like a lifestyle brand, even though it seems like their main product is like this Techo. But it's the philosophy of how like the Techo is what sort of guides like the whole lifestyle thing, and people use it for different things, etc., etc. So something very cool, to follow. So that's it. That's all I wanted to go through in this video. I just wanted to share my excitement and the fact that you can get more information and obviously learn more about Hobonichi if you are not yet into it. And I don't know, wavering. I know I'm going to buy the A5, and I know it's going to be the English version, which is the new version that is releasing. I just need to choose a cover, and I don't know what exactly I want. If I want a regular cover or if I want like a zip-up one. And some of these are like, they're always very hard to get. And I don't know if my retailer will have all of them. So we will see. I would have to take a look on the 25th to really figure out like what it is that I want. But for now, I'm just getting that one A5 Hobonichi cousin. I'm trying to limit myself, control myself, and not go nuts because I have many other journals. And I usually always just have a Hobonichi as my like memory keeping type of journal. I don't use it as a planner. I use a ring planner because I switch stuff a lot and use different inserts and things, and so I like the ring style. And then for travel journaling, I have Traveler's Companies, and then I have many other different types of journals that are themed for different things, like a media journal, junk journal, moon journaling, travel related, and just like themed kind of journals. I think it's very fun, and I have lots of ideas for like other types of themed journals, which again, some people use a Hobonichi for. Like some people use an A6 Hobonichi for just creative journaling. Some people use it for personal, Dear Diary type of writing. And some people use it actually as a planner, tasks and things. So it varies. But I would love to hear your ideas down in the comments if you have any notes and things. I think that we're always, those of us who love stationery and love Hobonichi, we just can't stop talking about this kind of stuff because it's just our hobby and our interest. So that's it for today. I hope that this is interesting to you, and please let me know in the comments what you think, and I will be back later with different videos about what I'm doing for 3-year, 5-year, 10-year journaling, as well as sharing a lot of like journal with me's for different theme journals. I thought it would make the most sense if I just show my process for different types of journals that I'm using. And of course, I'm on Instagram, so you can check out my photos there. I'm still learning, trying to like take proper photos and things like that. But I definitely think it's fun to share on Instagram. Obviously, it's more instant and you can chat with people about stationery more directly. So I definitely like that as well. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like digital printables, please visit my website at tortagialla.com. It's a blog where I basically post designs totally for free. And you can use, like, download and print any of the papers and stationaries and things like that I've posted for years now, absolutely free for personal use. So go check that out.